Hey friends, if you've ever wanted to work with me as your coach, now is the time. You guys, if you are sick and tired of prioritizing everyone else and everything else above yourself, and you're ready to find some tools and strategies and even some deep, rich soul healing from the drama and trauma of life that's been holding you back, now is the time. Jump on the show notes of the episode that you're listening to. There'll be a link that says waitlist. Put your name and your email address in, and we will email you with a discount code, and you can be part of our early bird promotion before our next round launches in early February. But if you sign up now, there will be a ton of different bonuses, there's a discount, and there's some different things that you'll get to benefit from before the program even starts. And listen, I know it's the holidays, right? We're coming up on Christmas and New Year's, and we want to start 2024 in a healthier place, and having access to this content and all the different bonuses will help you kick off 2024 in a great way. You guys, I'm so excited. This will be our 5th round of the Feel Better journey. And this was a little dream and a prayer that I had that has turned into a full-blown program and community. And you guys, I love this community and I love this program. It's helped countless people. It's helped me, and I know it can help you. And the best part is, you have total peace of mind because there's literally 100% money back guarantee. If by week 3 of our program, you're not already starting to feel better and you've showed up for the calls and you've done the work, no questions asked, we will refund you 100% of the investment. And yes, I did say investment. You guys, we're investing in our healing. We're investing in our mental, our emotional, our spiritual health. We're investing in ourselves. And you guys, I know it's so hard to prioritize ourselves, but I'm telling you, if we want to be who we were created to be, we have to make time and space for ourselves. And what a better time than ever than right at the beginning of the year. So if you've been on the fence and you're thinking about joining the Feel Better journey, you guys, now is the time. Click through the show notes, jump on the wait list, and get all the information about the bonuses and the discount. I can't wait to see you in the program.
Welcome to a Holy Mess podcast. All right, my friends, we all know life can be so difficult and painful at times, especially when we're carrying grief or loss or wrestling with shame about our past, anxiety about our future, or frankly, like we are just not enough. But there has to be so much more for us. There is hope and joy, peace, love, fun, purpose, and a reason that you, my friend, are on this planet. Let's partner with God so you can be who He created you to be as you wrestle through and trudge through your mess. Hi, I'm Dani, a recovering alcoholic, a mom, a wife, a mentor, and dust. We are only here for a moment. Let's live like it. I'm just like you. I'm a holy mess most days. Actually, every day. Let's have some fun and laugh while trudging through our mess. This stuff doesn't need to be dry and boring. Let's dig in.
Hey friends, welcome back to the podcast. So it is a Sunday night here, and I thought before this day passes, I'm going to come out to my office and record a short episode. So here's the deal. I told you guys from day one when I started this podcast, I would be authentic and honest with you and kind of share my ebbs and my flows and my ups and my downs. Because here's the thing. Even though I've been doing all this work and even though I'm a life coach and all the things, you guys, I still struggle. Anyone who tells you that they don't struggle, there's one of two things. They're either lying or they're too heavily medicated and they're not really awake to what's going on in life. Because I am a believer that part of life is the struggle. Part of life is figuring ourselves out and learning to endure and even learn to thrive as we struggle through and suffer through life. Okay, so sorry to sound doom and gloomy, but life is also really glorious and really fun, and there are so many great parts about it. But I wanted to share a little bit about what happened today and then how I got through it. So I won't get into all the details because I didn't get total permission from my little person in my life, but not little person, big person, but younger age person in my life. You guys can read the room on that one. I've got a couple teenagers who live under my roof, and one of them had a rough day. And you all know, if you've been a parent or if you have any codependent ways in you, when someone you love struggles, you struggle. When someone you love is hurting, you hurt. And part of that is beautiful and glorious and as God intends it. And part of it is my dysfunction and my need to fix and taking on the weight of the world. Like it's my responsibility to make that person feel better, which, you know, I'm as codependent as they come, and I'm recovering from that codependency one day at a time. So this morning, there was, let's just say, a little bit of an intense morning, okay? It got really intense for all of us, and we ended up going on a long drive, and it was wonderful. And actually, when we got back to the house, we had ordered some cinnamon rolls, and they were amazing. And we pulled into the driveway, and Gary said, "This was church. You guys, this was church." I know it didn't look like it was church, but this was church. And we had one of the most rich conversations we've had in a long time with one of our kids, and it was just really needed. Now, how it came about was not the most pretty of situations, but you know what? We'll take it. We took it as a win. But honestly, it had me reflect on some struggles in my own life and just some regrets in parenting, and hindsight's 2020. And I wish I would have done a few things different here and there. And we all have those places and spaces in our life that we can just haunt ourselves with. And I got to apologize to one of my kids about something I had said earlier. And so anyways, it's fine. Okay. It worked out fine. But here's the thing. It drained me, and it really triggered me into, even though everything ended pretty peacefully, it really spiraled me into this kind of sad, depressed, despairing place. And I was really piling it onto myself and really beating myself up. And if you're a parent, you know, I'm sure you can relate, because when we blow it with our children, I don't know, it just really hits to our souls. At least that's how it has been for me. So anyways, I was really struggling, and I was going nowhere in a good place quickly at all. And then I started like to nitpick, and I was like picking a fight with Gary, which was hilarious because Gary can always tell when I'm just cranky and like picking a fight with him. And so God bless him. He calls me on it in a very loving and gracious way. And so he was really patient with me. But I decided, you know what? I'm feeling really overwhelmed in a lot of places in my life right now. I've got a lot going on. I've got a ton going on with business. We just kind of stepped into some new territory. I just handed over more of the reins to my amazing employee, who you guys will be hearing more about her. She's amazing, but she keeps the wheels on the bus, so to speak. For me, admin wise, I don't excel at admin tasks. And it's one of the reasons why, you know, it's a lot of reasons. But anyways, so God has brought me a really great, awesome woman to help me. And I just handed more tasks to her. And so all the things. So I've got a lot going on kind of in transition as we transition some things over. And I've taken on a few more clients, which is wonderful. And I love it. But if you've been around the podcast at all, you know, I've really only been focusing on the Feel Better journey and doing my group coaching. Well, as I've gone through the Feel Better journey, some of my clients from the Feel Better journey have wanted to work one-on-one a little bit, which is great and amazing. And I love these humans, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But I've had to change my schedule around a little bit to make more capacity for one-on-one clients, and just kind of some other things in another project I'm working on, which I don't think I've told you guys yet, but I've officially started another book. I'm super pumped. More info will be coming about that. It actually was birthed through working the last year intensely in these Feel Better journey groups. And it was something that just kept coming up over and over again, and just our struggle with our humanness and our struggle with life and all of that. So anyways, I'm writing a book. I'm not going to give away the title yet because I'm not completely sure that is the title, but I'm really excited. If you're a praying person, you could pray for me, because my goal is to kind of power through and get that book done as soon as possible. So working on that project, and then, you know, and then just all the holiday stuff and Christmas, and we're trying to go on a vacation, and I got a lot of deadlines with work to be able to go on that vacation, not to mention aging parents. You know the drill, right? You guys all have the same things going on in life. You may not have the same specific situations that I do, but I'm telling you, we all have like a lot, like more than I think any generation. My mom and I, who we were just talking about this, and she was talking about her mom, who was my nanny. Nani had 4 kids, and she was she took care of the house, and she walked uptown every day. And my mom was talking about how it was such a simpler time, obviously 80 years ago, right? Because my mom's in her 80s now. And just how she was saying how much empathy she has for me in this generation and what we're carrying, as we're just doing a lot more. There's just more responsibility all the way around. And so we were kind of talking about that. So anyway, so I'm in this tailspin today, and I'm overwhelmed. I start going down the path of everything in my life I'm not doing well, and I'm just frustrated and yada, yada, all this thing. And so I was going down this dark path, and then I just paused. And the power of the pause is one of those things that we talk about a lot in the Feel Better Journey groups, but that pause saves marriages. That pause literally saves lives. Like, I'm not kidding, and I'm not being dramatic, but if you've ever been just a reactive person, learning to pause, and it's a whole framework, like it's a whole thing that you have to do to kind of get to a place to be able to pause, because frankly, we never were taught how to pause. We were just taught to react. And especially when you're carrying a lot of stress and a lot of tension, to be able to pull on that pause is huge. But it takes time to learn. It takes time to practice. And I'm embarrassed to say, or maybe I'm not embarrassed to say, but I've been doing this work for all these years, and it still takes me a minute sometimes to even do the pause. And so anyways, today, thank God, by the grace of God, I had a pause and I took a deep breath and I just said to myself this one question. And this is the takeaway from this whole episode. So if you're multitasking, come back to me. Just listen to this one phrase. When you're struggling, when you're spinning out, or when you're just feeling overwhelmed, literally ask yourself the question, what do I control right now in this moment? And what can make this moment better? And I asked myself those two questions, and literally the thought that came to mind was meal plan and meal prep. So what did I do? I pulled out my phone. Don't judge me. I did not want to go to the grocery store, and I Instacarted some groceries. I did some meal plan. I took 10 minutes and I meal planned, and I wrote down a list of groceries I needed. And you guys, it's not about groceries. I'm not telling you guys to meal plan. I will never tell you guys specifically what to do, but that's what came to me in that moment. Now, the thing that could have come to me was reach out to a friend, or go on a walk, or drink some water, or go say a prayer, or it could have been a zillion different things. But what came to me, the thing that would help me in my overwhelmed moment right now, and the thing that I have a little bit of control over that could help me, was to meal plan. And so I ordered groceries, the groceries came, and I meal prepped for an hour and a half in my kitchen. And you guys, I'll let you know how it goes. But this week, we literally have a huge Greek salad. We've got rice, like we've got stuff in the fridge. And I've been so overwhelmed, and cooking is not like my favorite thing. And it's not my like number one thing to do. So we've been ending up like takeout, Chipotle, DoorDash, like we're doing it way too much. But the thing I'm most proud of myself is that I didn't let the despair just settle in and let my mind and negative criticism in myself just bombard me. I took a little bit of the control that I had. And you guys know I've mentioned it on the podcast before, but my like goal is to be 72 and sunny no matter what's going on. So if my kid's 106 and spicy, it's okay, because Dani, internally, I'm 72 and sunny. If somebody else is 44 degrees and a little bit cold and a little bit bitter, it's okay, because Dani is 72 and sunny. And you guys, that's all I control to the best of my ability, is how do I stay 72 and sunny and as even Steven possible, so that I can show up the best I can, not only for myself, but for the people in my life. And you guys, it felt really good to just realize this evening that I didn't fall into despair, or I didn't fall into angst, or I didn't fall into making the situation worse, or binge, Netflix all day and then eat a quart of ice cream. Not that I'd eat a quart, but I'd eat an ice cream sandwich or two. Okay. But I'm just saying, it felt really good to have the pause and then ask myself those questions and take a little bit of control where I could. Now, listen, as a recovering control freak and who really wants control of everything, I've come to realize I control very little on this planet, like very little. But when I can control something, and when I do have the ability within my grasp to make a moment better, I had better take the reins and do all that I can. And so that's what I want to encourage you guys to. When you're spinning off, first of all, if you're having a bad day, you guys, it's okay. You haven't done anything wrong. Sometimes it's just literally, it's stress in the air and we picked it up, or you didn't sleep well, or something you ate affected you, or maybe someone hurt you or rejected you, or you're just struggling financially or emotionally or in business or whatever it could be. Okay. Here's what I want to say. When you're struggling, fight for that pause. Like, just remind yourself, maybe write those two questions that I said on a Post-it note. What can I do right now? Like, what do I have control of right now? And what can I do to make this moment a little bit better? And just ask yourself, you guys, it may be run and go get yourself a coffee. It may be call that client that you've been putting off because you're overwhelmed and you're crabby because you've just been avoiding some business conversation that you need to have. I don't know what that is for you. And honestly, from day to day, it's different for each of us. But I'm telling you, if you can have a few of those things in your pocket that you can pull on, like go on a walk, drink 20 ounces of water, do some breathing, meditation work. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. Reach out to a friend, text a friend, encourage somebody, go be of service to someone else. Oh my gosh, it can really help you just feel a little bit more sane. You guys, we want control, okay? But we have such little control on this planet. So what are the small things that you can control in this moment? Honestly, it's kind of a brain hack, and it can kind of bring you back to center and being grounded again. So you can get back to that place so that you can become or continue to be a productive part of society. And so I just wanted to leave that with you today, as I had just a funky day, but those were the tools. That was the little thing that I did that really, really moved the needle, and I ended up having a pretty great day. And so I'm really, really grateful. And hey, being productive and getting in action, now I've got a fridge full of prepped food. Now the trick will be to eat it and not to forget that it's there or to disregard it and just choose something and go order takeout or something. It's a process, okay? But my motto is progress, not perfection. So you guys, no matter where you are, no matter what you're overwhelmed with, I just want you to know you're not alone. I'm so grateful you're here. I'm so grateful you're listening to the podcast. I hope it's blessing you. Please feel free to reach out. hello@DaniSumner.com if you need prayer or want to share a story or anything else that goes directly to my email. And the link will be in the show notes. Also, doors are opening pretty soon for the next round of the Feel Better Journey. So if you've been around here at all and you want to sign up on the wait list, the doors are going to open first to the wait list. And we're really excited about this next round. We've got a few special things up our sleeve for it. It's going to launch mid-January. So you can start the new year with me. Sounds fun? Sounds fun to me. Let's go. We have a lot of fun in these rooms. All right, you guys, I love you. Grateful you're here. Let me say a quick prayer for you. Father, thank you for today. God, thank you for the reminder of the power in the pause. Thank you, God, for reminding me of what I could do to move the needle and just help myself in that moment. And by helping myself, I was able to bless my family and kind of bless those immediately in my life. So Lord, thank you for my friends listening to this podcast. Lord, I pray you'd bless them. I pray you'd protect them. Pray you'd watch over them. And Lord, whatever's holding them back or aching in their heart, Father, I pray that they would know that you are with them. And Lord, I pray that you'd be with them this week. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, bless you guys. Glad you're here.
Hello, my friend. If this episode blessed you, made you laugh, or triggered you, hey, that's growth. Please do me a favor and share this with a friend. And if you feel led, please leave a written review for the show. That really helps us out. Don't forget you are in good company if you're feeling more broken than you'd like to admit. And you are more loved than you can ever imagine. Have a great week. See you next time.